According to the World Health Organization, people are now living longer than ever before. But, many are spending those extra years in poor health. That's the harsh truth. Living longer doesn't always mean living better. And here's the scarier part. After the age of 65, over 70% of seniors experience at least one chronic condition like arthritis, diabetes, or heart disease. Most people don't realize how fast aging can rob you of your independence. It doesn't start with something big. It begins subtly. Your knees hurt when you climb stairs. Your hands feel stiff in the morning. You forget small things like where you placed your glasses. You begin to feel tired more often, even after a good night's sleep. Then one day, you need help getting up from a chair. Or you fall. And that's when it hits you. You're not as strong or stable as you used to be. For many, that's the moment fear creeps in. The fear of becoming a burden. The fear of losing mobility. The fear of needing someone else just to do basic things. But what if I told you that aging doesn't have to feel like a slow breakdown? What if it could be powerful, healthy, and even joyful? I'm 88 years old, and I still live independently. I don't need a walking stick. I don't rely on medications for every small ache. And I don't spend my days sitting in front of a television waiting for life to pass. Instead, I still walk daily, cook my meals, and enjoy a clear mind. People often ask me, "What's your secret?" And the truth is, it's no secret at all. It's about habits, small, daily decisions. Things that I've done over time that have made a big difference. Today, I'll share the top 5 tips that helped me stay independent, strong, and healthy well into my 80s. These tips aren't just for people in their 80s. In fact, the earlier you start, the better. And don't worry, I'll keep everything simple and easy to follow. You won't need expensive supplements, fancy equipment, or complicated routines. Just consistency, commitment, and the willingness to protect your own health. Let's start with the first tip. Something that saved my joints, improved my energy, and helped me avoid the slow spiral into weakness. It's daily movement. Yes, just moving your body. Not running, not lifting heavy weights. Just moving. I walk every day. Sometimes it's just around the house. Other days, I go out and enjoy a quiet walk in nature. Why is this important? Because our bodies are designed for movement. When we sit too much, our muscles weaken. Blood circulation slows. Joints become stiff. And the lymphatic system, which helps clean out toxins, doesn't function properly. When we move, even a little, we get blood flowing to our brain, our lungs, and our muscles. Walking also helps balance blood sugar, supports digestion, and keeps your bones strong. It's been proven that older adults who move regularly have a 30 to 40% lower risk of early death. They're also less likely to suffer falls. You don't need a gym. You don't even need perfect weather. You just need to move every day. Stretch your arms. Do some leg raises while sitting. Practice balance by standing on one foot for a few seconds. These tiny efforts build strength and stability over time. And strength means independence. I've seen so many people fall into the trap of inactivity. They say they're too tired to walk. But they don't realize they're tired because they don't walk. Movement creates energy. And the more you move, the more energy your body produces. Now, let's talk about food. Because if movement is the engine, food is the fuel. Most people over 60 eat out of habit, not health. They eat the same meals they've had for years, even if those meals are slowly harming their bodies. Processed food, fried snacks, excess sugar and salt all contribute to inflammation. And inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of healthy aging. It weakens joints, damages the heart, and even affects memory. That's why my second tip is to eat for longevity. Not just for taste. I didn't always eat healthy. But once I started paying attention, I saw a huge difference. I began to include more fresh vegetables in my meals. I switched from white rice to brown rice or quinoa. I started using herbs and spices that help with inflammation, like turmeric, garlic, and cinnamon. I also added healthy fats from seeds and nuts. Omega-3s are especially good for the brain and joints. Instead of sugary desserts, I now enjoy fruit. Instead of salty chips, I snack on roasted chickpeas or almonds. These small swaps made my digestion smoother, my skin clearer, and my body less inflamed. But one thing I always remember is this: you don't have to give up everything you enjoy. Just eat smart. Balance the plate. Think of every meal as medicine. If it nourishes you, it's worth eating. If it harms you, it's not. Don't wait for a diagnosis to change your diet. Prevention is the key to staying independent. The third tip is something people don't often think about until it's too late. It's mental strength. We talk a lot about physical health, but not enough about brain health. Yet losing your memory, your clarity, or your sense of self is one of the most painful parts of aging. I've seen people go from being sharp and witty to forgetting names, dates, and directions. It's heartbreaking. But here's the truth. Mental decline isn't always just old age. Often, it's a result of underuse. The brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. That's why I make it a point to learn something every day. I read, I write, I solve puzzles, and I try new recipes. I also talk to people. Conversations help the brain stay active. I avoid mindless screen time. And I protect my sleep. Sleep is when the brain resets and repairs. Poor sleep leads to memory problems and even confusion during the day. I also avoid foods that damage the brain, like processed sugar, excess alcohol, and unhealthy oils. Instead, I focus on foods rich in antioxidants and vitamins. They protect the brain from damage. One more thing: stress. Chronic stress can shrink parts of the brain responsible for memory and emotional control. That's why I practice simple breathing exercises every morning. I breathe in slowly, hold, and then breathe out. It calms the nervous system and helps clear the mind. These brain-protecting habits don't take much time, but the benefits are huge. A strong mind helps you make better choices, stay socially connected, and avoid confusion and accidents. And when your mind stays sharp, your confidence grows. You're less likely to rely on others. You're more likely to keep doing things for yourself. Independence starts in the mind. By this point, you may be wondering, do I have to do all this at once? No, not at all. The beauty of these tips is that you can start anywhere. You can start with walking 10 minutes a day, or drinking more water, or replacing one unhealthy snack with a better option. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. Each small action adds up, and over time, your body will thank you. You'll notice less pain, more energy, clearer thoughts, and better sleep. That's what healthy aging feels like. It's not about looking young. It's about feeling strong. You don't need expensive tests or treatments to stay healthy. You need movement, real food, mental challenge, and good rest. In part 2 of this video, I'll share 2 more powerful tips that made all the difference in my journey. One of them is something people often ignore, but it's deeply tied to how long and how well we live. And the final tip is about mastering a hidden danger that affects every part of the body if left unchecked. But before we get there, remember this: aging is not your enemy. Inactivity is. Poor habits are. Neglect is. But when you care for your body will care for you. Don't let age define what you can or cannot do. You have more control than you think. Every step you take today shapes the strength you'll have tomorrow. And no matter your age right now, it's never too late to change direction. You deserve to age with strength, peace, and dignity. And you absolutely can. Now, let's go deeper. These next two tips are just as powerful, maybe even more. The fourth tip is this: build strong relationships. I know this might not sound like health advice, but it is. In fact, staying socially connected is one of the biggest secrets to living longer and living better. Here's the truth: loneliness is dangerous. It's more harmful than smoking. It's more damaging than being overweight. Studies have shown that seniors who feel lonely have a much higher risk of heart disease, depression, memory loss, and even early death. That's how serious it is. And the worst part? Loneliness is silent. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You can live in a house full of noise but feel like no one truly sees you. Many seniors experience this after retirement, or after losing a spouse, or when their children grow up and move away. Slowly, their social circle gets smaller. The phone stops ringing. The invitations stop coming. Days blend together in silence, and that silence eats away at health, both physical and emotional. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can take control. You can reconnect, even if it feels awkward at first. Start simple. Call an old friend. Write a letter. Invite someone over for tea. Join a local senior group or hobby club. Take a walk in your neighborhood and greet the people you see. Volunteer for something you care about. Even 5 minutes of genuine conversation each day can lift your mood and reduce stress. Your body responds to connection. It releases feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and dopamine. These chemicals reduce inflammation and help your immune system work better. That means fewer illnesses, better sleep, and a stronger heart. I've made it a habit to stay in touch with at least 3 people every week. Some I talk to on the phone. Others I visit in person. Sometimes I just write them a kind message. It doesn't matter how you connect. What matters is that you do. Don't wait for others to reach out first. Be the one who starts. Because staying socially active is not just about avoiding loneliness. It's about staying engaged with life, staying curious, staying open to laughter, learning, and love. When you feel seen, your body thrives. And when your soul is happy, your health follows. Now let's talk about the 5th tip. It might be the most overlooked, but it's deeply important. Tip 5. Manage stress before it manages you. Yes, even at 88, life brings stress. It's not just for young people. Older adults face stress too. Stress about health, stress about finances, worry about being alone, fear of becoming dependent, sadness about losing loved ones. All of this adds up. And when stress becomes chronic, it damages everything. It raises your blood pressure. It weakens your immune system. It worsens arthritis and heart problems. It causes digestive issues. And it steals your joy. That's why learning how to calm your body and mind is essential for healthy aging. You don't need a special class or a fancy app. You just need a few quiet moments each day to reset. For me, deep breathing changed everything. It sounds simple, but it works. I sit quietly, close my eyes, and breathe in slowly through my nose. I hold the breath for a few seconds. Then I breathe out gently through my mouth. I do this for 5 minutes every morning. It relaxes my body. It clears my thoughts. It prepares me for the day. You can also try meditation, or listening to peaceful music, or walking in nature, or even just watching the trees move in the wind. These small acts of stillness calm the nervous system. They reduce cortisol, the stress hormone. And over time, they protect your heart, brain, and immune health. Another thing I do is limit how much negative news I consume. It's easy to get caught in a cycle of bad news, but too much of it makes you anxious. It makes you feel like the world is falling apart. So, I choose to focus on what I can control. I read things that inspire me. I watch uplifting videos. I write in a gratitude journal every night. I list 3 things I'm thankful for. Some days it's simple things like warm tea, a good book, or a call from a friend. Gratitude helps me focus on the good instead of the fear. And this mindset keeps me healthy. Remember, your thoughts have power. What you think affects how you feel, and how you feel affects how your body functions. If you think you're weak, you'll feel weak. But if you believe you can stay strong, your body will respond with strength. That's the power of mindset. That's the real magic behind longevity. It's not in a bottle or a pill. It's in how you live, think, eat, move, rest, and connect. Now, let's put it all together. You've learned 5 powerful habits. First, move your body daily, even just a little. Second, eat real, healing food that fuels your cells. Third, keep your brain sharp and active. Fourth, stay socially connected and never let loneliness grow. Fifth, manage your stress and protect your inner peace. These aren't difficult things, but they do require choice. You have to choose health. You have to choose movement over sitting, water over soda, conversations over isolation, gratitude over worry. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Start with one small habit today. Walk for 10 minutes. Call one friend. Swap one unhealthy snack for a better one. Write down one thing you're thankful for tonight. These small steps create powerful change, and they add up. One day you'll look back and realize that your strength didn't come from doing something big. It came from doing something small, but doing it every day. That's how I made it to 88 with no cane, no walker, and no nurse. That's how I still cook, clean, read, and enjoy my life on my own terms. And I believe you can too. Whether you're 50, 60, 70, or 80, it's not too late to build strength. It's not too late to feel good again. Your body is still listening. Your cells still regenerate. Your muscles still grow. Your brain still learns. But only if you give them a reason. Only if you take that first step. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are not out of time. You are just one decision away from a better path. And I promise you, once you start walking that path, it gets easier. Your body will thank you. Your mind will clear. Your energy will return. And your independence will stay with you. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these 5 habits and start today. Not tomorrow. Today. Take a walk. Drink more water. Call a friend. Breathe deeply. Eat something fresh and natural. Just one change. Then do it again tomorrow. And the next day. That's how it starts. That's how I did it. And that's how you can too. If you found value in this video, please share it with someone you love. Someone who needs encouragement. Someone who's scared of getting older. Let them know there's hope. Let them see it's possible. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We're building a community of people who believe aging doesn't mean giving up. It means getting better. Leave a comment below and tell us. What's one healthy habit you're going to start today? Let's inspire each other. Let's stay strong together. Because no matter your age, your best years can still be ahead. Stay active. Stay hopeful. Stay independent. I'll see you in the next video.